Hello and welcome to Gamer Social. My name is Maximus here, and let's fly the PMDG 737-800. In the last episode, we had a very brief look at flight planning. It was very basic, really, just looking at the airport charts and seeing which runway we'll be taking off from, and what SID will be using, our standard instrument departure from the airport. And today, we will be doing that flight. So this aircraft is currently in the cold and dark state. So I'm going to have to get some power on for starters. Let's get the battery turned on and get that all covered up. At least now we'll have a little bit of power and get this covered up as well. Nicely done. And I'm going to get some power from the ground. So single FMC and use good ground connections. Let's get the ground power in as well as the air conditioning unit. And now we can begin to hear some lovely sounds. And that can be cleared there because I know we have single FMC usage. And we can now use ground power. Boom, problem solved. Let's get our packs on. No, pack needs to stay off actually, so the recirculating fans we need on, because we're using power, power from the outside and air conditioning from the outside. We don't need to have those packs on quite yet. So let's get our logo on though, because I like having our logo on. I like having our wing lights on as well. But that is pretty much all we need on. We'll put our seatbelts on the auto, but we're not going to have any passengers. This is a maintenance flight, a test flight in theory, so nothing to worry about there. Let's have a look, see, let's get this cleared off. So still a fairly blank screen, nothing really going on. Let's begin our actual flight plan. So our fuel, I'm going to set just to 1/3 fuel. That should be enough for what I'm trying to do, I hope. Soon find out anyway. Let's go on to the FMC. Nav data out of date, it probably is because I think there's a new air cycle out. Yeah, there is, oh well, never mind. So we are currently EGKK, London Gatwick Airport. Yes, one thing I need to do is go up to here, set this to a line so we can get our information. It doesn't take too long on this aircraft, I don't believe. It's usually quite a speedy thing, but you see now our screens have actually lit up, so we can see what the hell is going on. I'm going to set this here to hectopascals because we are in the UK. It always defaults to inches because it's stupid. And I'll actually set that to the correct reading now whilst we're at it. I'll check again later, just in case it does change. Apparently now, though, we were going to be taking off from runway 26 left. At the moment, it doesn't really say which runway to use. I'm looking at the app on my phone here, the Aero Weather app that I mentioned in the previous video. But either way, it should be 1022. Crikey, that's way too far. There we go, 1022. See, it's changed down here. That's setting our altimeter just so it's correct. So let's have a look. See, we are here. We can use either of these. This is GPS left to right coordinates. Stick it in there. Problem solved. If we head back up to the top, we can set this to nav. And what we should see is our screens are all fully lit up. Yay! Making good progress. Making good progress. So EGKK, and we're also going to put an EGKK because we are going to be returning here, having a very good time. So usually you put in your route here, where you're going, your waypoints, but we're doing a circle, so I'm going to go straight to our departure arrival page, and I'm going to go for 26 left. At the moment it says either on way is fine, so I'm going to stick with what we planned unless the winds go against us. And we were going to do the SAM, weren't we? Yes, where is it? SAM 2MV, 2M, there we are, that's the one we want. Let's route that and let's activate it and execute it. Boom. We can go on to our legs page now and just double check that this is, whoa, wrong button, or check it's all okay. Let's go into the map region and just make sure it matches our flight plan, and it does. It takes us out and then that's it. We're done. So that's pretty much it. We're going to be going out, we're going to be on our own after we get to this point here. Once we're past that, we can fly the aircraft however we want. And that's fun, that's all we're really interested in. So I'm going to be going to, I think, a cruise about 25,000 feet. I'm not going to be going too high. I might not even get up to that mark, in all honesty. I will put the flight directors on, along with this one here, and I will arm the auto throttle, because it needs to be done. Yes, let's have a look at our zero fuel weight, throw that in there. Our reserves can be 5, and our costing this will be 20, no, 25 please. There we go. Our cruise, I'm going to say 250. Yeah, it should be okay, so execute that. So, into takeoff, I'm going to do a FRAPS 5 takeoff, and that will give me all this lovely information. I know the cruise altitude, I know, it's going to keep saying I can't do the cruise altitude because we have no waypoint that will allow us to get there. That's because we're going to be flying manually. So our trim will be 4.66. I've got to remember to do this because I tend to forget because I'm a little bit useless. But I will make a note of it on my secondary computer, just so I know what the hell is going on. What I want to have a look at as well, if I remember how to do this, we've got plenty of fuel, so we should be okay. Destination, speed, here we go. I want to set it to 30 at 10,000 feet, just to give us a little bit of leeway. Hello. There we go. And stick that in there, execute that. And our transition altitude will be 6,000 as well. Boom, that can go in there. I don't believe I have to change that anywhere else. I don't think. Let's just have a quick look. No, I believe that is fine. That is not right there. Let's change that one as well if we can. I don't know if we can, but we can definitely try. See what happens. Boop. Yep, we can. Good. Problem solved. Route is fine. We've done that. We've done it. No, here we go. Transition out. Just what I wanted to find. Forgot where it was then. I know the cruise altitude. I know. It's fine. It's not a problem at all. So we need to set the our heading to 259. I believe is the correct heading as we take off. According to my chart, anyway, 259. So down to here, please. Init reference M1 limit. Takeoff is 145. So 145 into here. Just that matches. These should activate, which they do. Just testing that this will work for the autopilot if we do use it, which we probably will, in all honesty. We can take that out of plan now, so back into our usual display mode. Let's have a quick look and see if the weather has updated yet. Let's quickly keep a close eye on it, really. And it hasn't. It's all variable still at the moment. So that is a bit of a bugger. So as you can see out here, we've got my steps so people can get in and whatnot. Apparently there's a blast barrier thing down there. I don't really know. Let's have a look at the other side. You see other aircraft out here as well. It's a lovely day today, a bit of cloud, but nothing too crazy. Our temperature is 21 degrees here. Nice. Not bad. So let's begin our preparation, shall we? Let's get our fuel pumps turned on. Why not? Let's get our anti-collision turned on. And what else should we turn on? Electrical needs to go on. Our APU can now be started up because we shall need it shortly. Yaw damper, there we go. Get the yaw damper on as well in preparation. And that is pretty much it at the moment. Low oil pressure, I know that's because the bing bong. Because the APU is now turning on, which is fine. Anything I need to do down here? Nope, we're not going to be using traffic control, air traffic control, because we're not flying online or anything like that. There is no AI air traffic, so we're not going to worry about that today. We're just going to fly out and do our own thing. So that should be perfectly fine. He says, let's just test this, just make sure it does work. It's our traffic avoidance system. Again, we don't need it because there will be no traffic, but so it's always interesting when there we go. It's always interesting when it says there is traffic. That is always fun to hear when there shouldn't be. There we go. So is our APU running yet? How are we doing? I believe it is. Let's have a look. APU generator, it is on. So APU, please. Boom, boom. So now what we can do is we can request pushback. Prepare position for departure. I will need pushback, and we can start pushback now. So I have AES from Aerosoft for my pushback functions. So what I need to do quickly is close up the doors that I have open. There we go, get all these closed. I had some overwing exits open apparently, never mind. Not to worry. And I'll also have the ground connections removed. So you can hear the pushback, there it is, look. It's coming into place, which is awesome. So it's getting ready to push us back. Which is pretty amazing. And yeah, we're almost ready. So I'm going to put on my position strobe and stay lights.
Okay, hold on as we prepare the aircraft for pushback.
And we should be able to start up our engines ever so shortly. Just waiting for everything to be in place. I think we are all good to go. Just doing a final check of our systems. We can get our window heat now put on. Our probes can wait just a second.
Please release parking brakes.
And we are ready. Parking brakes to be released. Let's just get our clock set. Come on, press the button please. Which button is it? Wrong one. Down here, I think. Boom, there we go. Problem solved, and release.
Okay, starting pushback.
Here we go. So it should push us nicely backwards and turning our tail to our left or their right and pointing us in the right direction. So we can...
Left is clear, right is clear. Okay to start engines.
Awesome, we can start engines. So we're going to start our left one first, so turn that one to ground. And let's monitor what it does on here and make sure everything goes smoothly. And I'll adjust my trim in a second as well. Because you know what I'm like. I'll probably forget. Which is not very good. So once this gets to about 22 roughly, I'll throw the fuel in. There we go, that'll do. And now that will fire up perfectly normally. Without any problems whatsoever. Which is good. There we go, that one's going nicely. How are we doing? We're going to be turned around yet, or I have no idea how far back we get pushed. Never mind. Not to worry. Hopefully they do actually turn us. Oh, they will in a minute. Oh, there's the blast barrier, look. It's right there. Awesome, that's one of the engines done. Let's do the other one as well now. It's the same thing as monitor it, make sure it's doing all okay. And everything should be fine. We can do a systems check in a minute as well. And once this one gets to about 22 also, we will inject the fuel. And all should be good. There it goes. And still no further update on the weather yet. I just gave it another little look just to make sure the engine seems to be doing its thing as well, which is good. And we're being lined up nicely. Look at that. That's absolutely perfect. Really, really good.
In position, please set parking brakes.
And parking brake is set. And they will now get rid of themselves. Just wait for our engine to stabilise and we can turn off the APU. And we'll more or less be ready to go. We're going to get our auto brake set to RTO. There we go, they're on their way out, which is good.
Tow equipment is removed.
So engines taking over the power, APU off, taxi light can go on, our probes can now go on, our fans can now go on, so we can get air back into the cabin so everyone can relax.
You are clear for taxi. Please wait for my hand signal on the left hand side.
And we gotta wait for his signal on the whatever hand side, left hand side it was. So let's just sit here and wait for him to wave, and then we can get moving. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, here he goes, and he's waving, and we are good to go. That is all we have time for in this episode. In the next one, we will proceed to the runway, take off, and do some flying. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you then.